Welcome back to Fire Force Anime Review Episode number 2. This review episodes 5 and 6 from the series. Yep, and these two episodes cover the Versus Special Company 5 arc. Mm-hmm. Yep, adapted from chapters 13 to 20. Yep, this particular two-parter is just basically this. Starts off with now this arc is also noteworthy for giving development for only for Sister Iris, but also Hanmi, voiced by Colin Clickenbeard. It explores their backstory, the fact that they're part of this temple, kind of like a Catholic church in the way because they were nuns. So starts off with basically you have Iris just kind of like baptizing herself near water, and Shikamaru just happens to be just running by and sees her, and she's quite surprised. Yep. And they talk for a bit. It's like something bothering her. And then we see him and Arthur just in their bunk beds. And then pretty much Monkey comes in asking if they've seen where Iris went. And of course they decide to have both these three plus Lieutenant Storm, well, Special Company 5 headquarters. So Iris gets there first, talks to the captain. As soon as you see her, first thing she does, burns her nun outfit. Yep. Though unlike in the manga, where she burns out her underwear, this one they actually cover up the underwear. It's a minor change. But she's actually upset the fact she wore that there. And then pretty much you have Shikamaru. Now the thing with him in this two-parter, like he's absent for like a good majority of it. Kind of like where the heck is he throughout all these episodes? He's just flying around, and he comes across like three sisters in like another episode, only three. Well, you see Mika and Lieutenant just taking out like a bunch of like lower level people. They take out the one rookie who was showed up in the previous episode, one who Mika punched in the freaking gut. He's taken out pretty easily by Lieutenant because of the fact his ability he can basically turn his flames into oxygenless bubblegum. Yeah, thanks to his ability with his power, he can basically reduce the heat level in bullets. He's able to pretty much turn these bullets into basically kind of like rubber bullets to say, simply just knock them out. And these two pretty much knock out pretty much most of the entire group anyways. As for Arthur, he takes in the Inferno from last episode, who's still around. He's able to defeat him. It takes a little while. At one point, he realizes though his Excalibur is actually in the wrong hand. He's right-handed, not left-handed. Then he just slices this thing up, and that's simply it. There's no man who's there. I don't know what happened to him. From what I can tell, possibly Arthur may have knocked him out. Yeah, but then Shikamaru just storms into what appears to be Hinaba's mansion, breaks in there, sees the Holy Three. He flies up, knocks him up pretty easily, and then he basically goes in the room and they fight for a pretty good period of time. And of course, we see the flashbacks of them as when they were much younger. I'd say about 5 or 6 years before the events of the series because Hineba looks like she's probably about, from the look of her, she looks like she's about 12, maybe 13ish. Iris looks like 10. Well, let's say about 10 years old. Could be a little bit younger. Show off her flowers, which is also basically flames, and show off like special chemical ability like copper, potassium, calcium. Yeah, show how they look with these special flowers. And she makes a powerhouse Iris basically. She'll show the flowers, like she wants to see the flowers again. Just okay. I'll show them again if you overcome your shyness. Okay. And of course, well, Shinra knows exactly what she's gone through because, well, he lost his mother pretty much the same way she lost her sisters. I don't know what happened to the Mother Superior. Yeah, it's completely unknown what happened to her. It's possible she may have burned one of the sisters, but they don't say. She just shows up for like briefly, for like one brief scene, and that's it. Yep. And let's see. Then of course, well, they fight. Of course, he also just when she knocks him around, like first knocks to the floor again, like she did in the first episode of this, just in episode 4. Though at least this time she's not making him lick her feet or lick her shoes this time. Though basically he says he has it on her head, so he just basically gets up pretty easily. Then she uses the Sakura tree to knock out. Of course, she knocks him to like her throne, and of course she starts burning. Apparently, and he just runs up to her and punches her clearly like right in the jaw, basically almost like a good haymaker. Though they do cut out the line here, we'll talk about in a minute, where that you take somebody who not a couple of your teeth. Yeah, they actually cut the line out here. It's replaced with something else. And of course, well, he uses code to protect Iris and Hinaba from the flaming Sakura petals. Yep. Yeah, they actually don't show them actually doing this. They actually cut that out of the anime for some reason. Yeah, because in the manga, they actually see him basically just quickly put it on her. Well, here, just, oh, she wakes up and it's covering her. And they proceed to say, yeah, I'll protect you if you call for me. Well, because he's a hero. And she initially believes heroes didn't exist or calls him the cardboard hero. And of course, she's spouting like a bunch of nonsense of this whole thing, claiming like she's acting like an atheist, though possibly Shinra basically turned her around. And then, of course, well, then the post-credit scene is her saying what happened with her men, just all knocked out. It's like she's like putting her hands like, how the heck am I explaining this to higher ups? Well, you could just basically say the whole nocturnal thing, and well, okay. Why not say that it was just emergency drill and Company 8 was brought in as basically bad guys? Yep. And as for the captain, well, he's back at HQ, preparing for the story they originally planned for. Excuse me, but because they solved it pretty quickly, he's basically like, man, that was out of the action. Of course, she also says, now in the manga, she says that I've taken that. She says, I've fallen for you. In the manga, that's what she says in the manga. In the anime, she says, I've taken a liking to you. And of course, both Iris and Shinru basically just are shocked to hear that. But prior to this particular scene, Iris did tell her that she loved her. Well, not as basically sexual wise, but it was basically like a big sister. Yep, it's just fine. hmm But it does turn around, and she, well, is kind of like Boy Hancock now, where she's just, that's why being a rich woman just supports the main character, feeding him lunches, which will probably show up next week, next episode. Which I initially thought basically because the thing with Funimation is they generally upload it the same day as the wedding air in Japan, like within just a few hours. But in the case of this, they actually, the site I'm using, didn't have episode 7 yet. So I'll check in the next couple of days and see if it's been uploaded. If not, well, worry about it later. But 2 really good episodes. I think I covered pretty much everything that happened in this particular 2-parter. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the next episode is Investigation of Company 8, Company 1 commences. Yep. Yeah, this arc is roughly 12 chapters, so my personal guess this arc will be probably wrapped up in just, I'd say, 4 episodes. Yeah, I mean, this arc was basically 8 chapters wrapped up in 2 episodes. The previous arc was technically kind of like 13 chapters in a way, though it's basically chapters 1 through 12 plus chapter 0. That was wrapped up in 4 episodes, so my guess is the next arc will probably wrap up in also 4 episodes. Yeah, I think these chapters probably go by pretty quickly from the look of it, yes. Now, from what I heard about this particular series, that it initially was ordered for 24 episodes. So if they do like 4 chapters per episode, let's say they do that, they can probably get to, let's see, 16, carry the 1. Probably would think about 56 chapters. It's possible, but I don't think they're going to stop at 56 chapters. No, if they did that, they'd probably be into the Vulcan's Workshop arc. Yeah, they might just stop with the Vulcan's Workshop arc. That's probably where they're going to stop with this particular thing. It's possible, yes, but it all depends exactly like how far they're going to go. I mean, in just 6 episodes, they've already covered the first 20 chapters of the series so far, which, well, if you look at the series, it's not too bad. You're thinking 20 chapters in 6 episodes? Yeah, because, well, starting with I believe it's episode 3, they start adapting 4 chapters in episodes. This is probably going to be basically how things go forward. Mm-hmm. Way. Well, in the case of this particular arc itself, I mean, 5 only cover chapter 13 and 17, and 6 only cover chapter 17 and 20. So I think what they did is they probably just split episode 17, chapter 17 in half. You just cover like 3.5 in episode 5, and episode 6 they cover the rest plus episode chapter 20. Yep, but that's basically just when it comes to that. So that's pretty much it. If we take a review, I know on the previous review it was like 25 minutes. This one is probably about 15 minutes overall. But until you see one of my next review, would probably be tomorrow, which probably the only thing is coming tomorrow. Probably be hopefully the review of the 14th Case Custom, and possibly another Fire Force episode. Depends upon if it's uploaded tomorrow. If not, who knows when this week, okay? But until you see you next view, bye.